Let's be honest, brother. Most men don't lose women because they're weak. They lose them because they misread signals. A late reply feels like rejection. An "I miss you" text feels like love. A few compliments feel like commitment. But psychology tells a very different story. Because when a woman truly loves you, she doesn't announce it. She shows it. Quietly, consistently, and often in ways most men completely overlook. Today, I'm not going to give you fantasy advice, no Hollywood nonsense, no social media lies. I'm going to show you 10 psychological signs women only display when their feelings are real. Not attraction, not comfort, not convenience, but love. And once you understand these signs, you'll never confuse words for feelings again. Let's begin. 1. She feels responsible for your emotional state. When a woman truly loves you, something subtle happens inside her psychology. Your emotional state begins to matter to her, even when you say nothing. She notices when your energy drops. She senses when something is off. She adjusts her behavior without being asked. This is not caretaking. This is emotional attunement. Psychologically, love activates a woman's protective bonding instinct. She doesn't just care how you treat her. She cares how the world treats you. If she sees you stressed, she softens. If she sees you tired, she becomes quieter, calmer. If she senses pressure, she avoids becoming another burden. A woman who is unsure about you won't do this. She won't invest mental energy into reading you, because emotional investment is costly, and the female brain only spends it where there is future certainty. 2. She defends you when you're not there. This is one of the strongest psychological indicators of real love. When a woman truly loves you, your reputation becomes personal to her. She doesn't laugh when others disrespect you. She doesn't stay silent when your name is questioned. She doesn't allow subtle insults to pass. Why? Because psychologically, love creates identity overlap. In her mind, attacking you feels like attacking us. Women who are only attracted to you will defend you publicly, in front of you. Women who love you will defend you privately, when you'll never know. If she protects your name in rooms you're not in, that's not attraction. That's loyalty. 3. She limits herself without being asked. One of the biggest mistakes men make is thinking commitment starts with labels. Psychology says otherwise. Commitment starts with self-regulation. When a woman truly loves you, she begins pulling away from other sources of validation naturally. Not because you asked, not because of rules, but because her internal compass has already chosen. She stops entertaining attention. She reduces flirtation. She disengages from people who blur boundaries. Why? Because love activates selective focus. Her emotional energy becomes finite, and you're where it flows. If she's still collecting attention while claiming feelings, she's attached, not in love. 4. She respects your mission, not just your presence. Attraction wants time. Love respects purpose. A woman who truly loves you does not compete with your mission. She aligns with it. She doesn't guilt you for ambition. She doesn't sabotage your discipline. She doesn't resent your solitude. Instead, she adapts. She understands that your goals are not a threat. They're part of who you are. Psychologically, this happens when a woman sees you as long-term. Short-term men get attention demands. Long-term men get space and support. If she makes your life heavier, she's attached. If she makes your life lighter, she loves you. 5. She sees you clearly, not ideally. Infatuation idealizes. Love humanizes. A woman who truly loves you sees your flaws and stays present anyway. She doesn't romanticize you as perfect. She understands your wounds, your past, your contradictions, and instead of weaponizing them, she holds them with discretion. Psychologically, this shows emotional maturity and bonding. She doesn't use your vulnerabilities to win arguments. She doesn't bring up your lowest moments when she's upset. Why? Because love activates protective memory. She remembers you in context, not as ammunition. 6. She chooses you. During your lowest phase, anyone can love potential. Only real love stays during decline. When you're winning, everyone shows up. When you're uncertain, only love remains. A woman who truly loves you does not disappear when life gets heavy. She doesn't panic when you doubt yourself. She doesn't pull away when you're quiet. She doesn't lose attraction when you struggle. Psychologically, this is rare, because women are biologically drawn to stability. Yet love overrides fear. If she stays when there's nothing to gain, she's not staying for benefits. She's staying for you. 7. She becomes calmer around you. This sign is deeply psychological and often ignored. When a woman truly loves you, her nervous system relaxes in your presence. She becomes softer, less performative, less guarded. She doesn't feel the need to impress. She doesn't constantly test. She doesn't stay defensive. Why? Because love creates emotional safety. You become a place of rest, not evaluation. If she's calmer around you than around others, that's not boredom. That's trust. 8. She plans you into her future without announcing it. Women who are unsure talk about the present. Women in love plan silently. She references future moments naturally. She includes you in long-term thinking. She makes decisions with you in mind, even small ones, not dramatic statements, not pressure, just integration. Psychologically, this shows temporal bonding, the mind placing you ahead in time. If she subconsciously includes you in her future, her emotions are already committed. 9. She protects the relationship from external influence. When a woman truly loves you, she becomes selective about who has access to your relationship. She doesn't overshare. She doesn't let outsiders define your bond. She doesn't involve friends in conflicts unnecessarily. Why? Because love values preservation over validation. She cares more about protecting what you have than proving she's right. If she guards the relationship instead of dramatizing it, that's emotional loyalty. She becomes your emotional anchor. This is the final sign and the strongest. When a woman truly loves you, she becomes consistent, not intense, not dramatic, consistent. She doesn't disappear when trends change. She doesn't fluctuate with moods. She doesn't threaten stability. She becomes something solid in a chaotic world. Psychologically, love expresses itself through reliability. If she brings peace instead of confusion, clarity instead of anxiety, grounding instead of emotional noise, that's not attraction. That's love. Final message. Most men don't fail at relationships because they're unlovable. They fail because they don't know what love looks like. They chase words, they chase intensity, they chase attention. But real love is quieter than that. If you've seen even one of these signs in your life, don't ignore it. And if you haven't, now you know what to look for. If this resonated, subscribe to Psychology of Connection. We don't sell fantasies here, we explain reality. And in the comments, write one word, anchor. Because real love doesn't pull you under, it keeps you steady.